Hi everyone, today we're going to make some family ornaments. You can make as many snowman heads as you want. You can actually make the wall bigger if you have a really big family. But if you do it really big, put in 2 hooks. This is the clay we're going to use. And now when you do it for yourself, you don't have to make all the hats red. You can make them different colors. Because when I do the craft shows, I kind of do like generic kids, this will work for boys and girls. But if you do it for your own family, you can maybe give the boys a blue hat, the girls a pink hat, whatever colors you want. We're going to start out with at least a 1/4 inch thick sheet of white clay. You don't want it to be too thin. And we're going to score it with the needle tool. Do not cut all the way through. And we're going to make it look like an igloo wall or a concrete block wall, whichever, but we're going to say igloo. You don't have to hold the needle tool like that when you make the line. I just did that so you could see me making the lines. And just roll out a rope of white clay or a log, whatever. I never know what to call these things. Just roll out some clay and just make it the snow at the bottom. Cut out your star. And if you're going to make a lot of ornaments, get yourself a star cookie cutter. They're cheap. You can get them anywhere, but I have used mine so much. It's much easier than making the star on your own. Now these are going to be the snowman's hands. He's going to be holding the star. And the star is where we will put the year. Make some nice round white balls for the heads. Do not make them flat, please. This ornament is for 4 snowmen, and like you saw at the beginning, you can make as many as you want. When I was little, I grew up in Connecticut, and when I was younger, we had quite a bit of snow, and we used to build walls like this in the snow, and we'd have snowball fights. It was a lot of fun. Down south, we don't get any snow, but now that I'm older, I don't want to drive in it, so I'm okay with that. Now we're just going to cut out a little indentation, but we're just going to squish. You don't want to cut that snow out. Just make a little indentation. You don't want to cut all the way through. Now, we did not have the little window in our wall that we built when I was a kid. I don't know how we would have done that. Maybe we would have poured some water on it so it would freeze and be pretty solid. We would even take spray paint and spray our names on the wall. I remember my sister had purple spray paint for hers. I don't remember what my color was. But yes, that was quite a mess when it melted, but it just seeped into the ground. I know I have a picture somewhere of my sister with her. I think she spray painted her name on the wall. I'll have to look for that. It's kind of nice when you make ornaments that bring back memories from your childhood. Now, when you make the hats, leave the two on the end sticking up like that. We will be bending them down, but we're going to put the white brim on before we do that. The guy in the middle, his hat probably goes to the back. He doesn't need to have it up like they do. And make sure you wash your hands before you do the white brim. Red and black are the worst when it comes to the color sticking to your hands. Green is pretty bad too, but red is the worst. And make sure when you put the heads and the hands on that you press them onto the wall. And see how quick and easy this is? This will be a great gift for family members. You can make them and their children, or do it for the grandparents with all the grandchildren on it. And you know, a handmade gift, it's always so much nicer than getting something store bought. Now, I personalized this one with the names of my nephew's 4 children. So now we're going to, after we add the snowballs, we're going to add on some noses. Well, 4 noses, not some noses, 4 noses. And I think you've seen this before. I make a little hole and then I do like a little tiny teardrop shape and I put the pointy end into the little hole. I think I made these noses just a little bit too big. So, and you can also do black noses. You don't have to do the orange nose. I like the orange nose because I paint the eyes black, so I really don't want a black nose. And now you can paint the mouth on, or you can do it with the needle tool. I used to paint the mouth on all the time before, but now I find it so much easier just to do the needle tool. And what I try to do is don't make each mouth exactly the same. Give them different expressions. It adds a lot to the ornament. And of course, blush. And I probably will tell you this in every single video. Blush before you bake. It's so important. It just adds so much. So blush before you bake. I'm going to pound it into you. And of course, I always have to put on my holly leaves with a little red berry. Something that I like on all my ornaments are I like to put on stars and I like to put on the holly leaves. You'll see that in most of my ornaments. Now, I think I've told you before that I did shows for 45 years. And every year I had to come up with a new family ornament design because I had so many return customers that I always had to come up with new designs. And the family ornaments were just so popular that I probably have 50 different family ornament designs, which you'll probably be seeing in the future. And there he is, all done. Remember, bake according to your clay instructions on your package. And then after you bake him, you can paint on the eyes, as you can see here. And there's the rest of them. I hope you enjoyed it. That was quick and easy. Told you. Bye.